Okay, guys, I'm sorry for posting that for a bunch of things, for a bunch of weeks, well, two I think in a few days. But personal issues, all right, personal issues. With that aside, I'm gonna do two different series. I'm at least gonna do one of Naruto at all times, and then one of a different like anime, like My Hero. Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? And if I'm feeling a bit spicy, Rising the Shield Hero, because I kind of like that one. I can do a lot of things with that one. So, continuing on, this is gonna be what if Izuku was framed, or what if Deku was framed. Hmm. But as I stated before, I'm gonna make a little alter to my AUs, etc. My AUs technically work with 40, but that's gonna be too many goddamn names to remember. So it's gonna be 7 on 7. So there's gonna be 7 main people, but they take over for different AUs. Like, what's the easiest one to put? I would say Aurora, since he's a dragon. How to Train Your Dragon, he'd be there. What was it? What if Naruto, or for Seraph the End? That's gonna be more or less Sapphire. Sapphire or Sapphire or Void. Yeah, Sapphire or Void. But continuing on, I'm going on a rant here. This would if Deku was framed. We're gonna appear to the forest training camp, because people usually use the USJ, so it'd be different. Well, we're gonna see Izuku right after the fight with Muscular, and this part he's way too injured to even go after Bakugo. So he's just sitting there with both his arm broken. Oh, the people who are, I'm just gonna say this now. Koda's definitely gonna be on his side, cause hell, he literally risked his life against Muscular. If that doesn't warrant to be on your side, I don't know what the hell is. So yeah, Izuku's literally there. They they left their phones in the rooms, so like one of the students get a hold of Izuku's phone, or well, not actually, not his phone. They get a hold of a recording of Deku phone calling someone around um about it makes no sense because it was some Izuku phone calling them 5 minutes before he got to Muscular, and the time it takes him to get to Koda, that far of a run, even with his quirk, would take around 10 minutes. So there is a 5 minute gap where he should have not made it. So, the people, this makes no sense, but people just there don't believe it. Only the heroes try to find some reasoning within it. And Deku literally gets knocked out by, let's say Kirishima. Yeah, Kirishima. Kirishima knocks him out. Literally before Izawa can get back to them, they're beating the shit out of Deku. Like dead ass. He's bloody, bruised like Naruto AUs where he's literally barely clinging onto life. Aizawa sees it, he fucking pulls them all back and says what they were doing. I was like, Aizawa, check this out. They literally shown like, okay, explain to me how the fuck he was able to get from there. I'm gonna make this 7 minutes, cause there's 7 minutes before and takes 10 minutes. So even more less likely time for Izuku to even make it there. And I'm like, it takes 10 minutes to get there and it was 7 minutes, so the time is inconsistent. So, like, tell me how the hell he got there. Explain this to me. It's like, they're not buying it whatsoever, and he's always trying to help Izuku here. Because he can realize that this kid is not, he's nowhere near to what they're being convicted of. Deku knocks out. Recovery Girl comes in after the fight and all that. She literally makes Zuko healed, but due to this, All Might thinks he's a traitor and he doesn't want to give his quirk to him anymore. So I'm not gonna lie to you, he kind of drugs Izuku to give him back his quirk. Is it right in any sense? Hell no. But yeah, that's All Might's problem now, as you know. If Deku is framed, hoo hoo hoo. But we continue on. 1A is getting uh, the 1B and 1A, like everyone is feeling bad because I'm gonna say the Zuko actually was big friends with the big three already. So he was friends with Tamaki, Mirio, and Nijiri. They don't believe for a goddamn second that Izuku did it. Because they know his personality. Hell, he's kind of like Nijiri in a sense. But different at the same time, if you know what I mean. But Nijiri can understand the fact, and Mirio and Tamaki too, that he did not do it. Hell, his personality doesn't even fit that role. So, therefore, they don't believe him. I'm gonna just say, who else do I know? You know, nobody gives this credit to Kaminari, but fuck it, Kaminari be pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you. I suspect he's a traitor in the canon storyline because I was actually going over the manga. No offense, this is already manga that's already been published. That's already been taking place like during the cavalry battle of the sports festival. Kaminari did his 1.3 million volts, and I want to emphasize here that he did not go into his dum dum mode. And everyone knows the moment he goes 1.3 million volts, it literally makes him go dum dum instantly. And people might argue that no, it takes time, but what happens every time he goes dum dum instantly? The fact that he was still clinging on into the fact that he had a bit of a worried look on his face right after he fired it made it a little bit more sensical that what if that was an act? But I'm not gonna explain this all to you. There's not even a video for that. But yeah, I think Kaminari is the traitor. But yeah, whatever. But Kaminari is gonna believe him. Who else do I want to believe him? Okay, is instead of just Bakugo, I must say Bakugo and Todoroki were kidnapped. And they were there, just sitting there. Let's just say a few weeks pass by, they find the location. All Might bust in. He's saving young Bakugo and young Todoroki. But the problem is, they've been abusing them. I say also Uraraka. Uraraka's been abused, been beaten. Bakugo instead just accepted it for the fact that what he's done to Deku, and this is kind of payment for all the shit he's done to Deku and Izuku. Deku, let's just say he's not getting treated well in prison. He's getting hate mail. He's getting death threats by everyone. His mom is getting death threats too. And it's just so bad that even Mizuki, her closest friend Bakugo's mom, is turning on her. And she's going all out on her. And she couldn't handle it. She, as said, I'm going to say, Mama Midoriya is dead. Suicide. She overdosed. Don't ask me what pills, I'm not going to explain them. Yeah. I do like Miss Midoriya. She's like best anime moms. Basically number one there. Anyone can agree with that. But she's dead. She wasn't asked. Mr. Aizawa, Mizuki kind of realized that is this isn't Inko's fault that Izuku did it, even though she doesn't know it's framed yet. And she tries to get in contact, she can't even contact. It just gets pushed to voicemail instantly. And then she calls UA to ask Mr. Aizawa to investigate. He goes and finds Inko's dead body there. Been probably dead for at least 12 hours due to an autopsy. And Mizuki's really feeling the fact that she didn't even help her friend, and she's dead because of it. And Mizuki's fucking kind of depressed about that. She's also mad at the fact that Izuku helped the LOV kidnap her son, supposedly. But continuing on, this is where Bakugo goes in. They literally find him, continuing fight with All For One, and All For One's just laughing at All Might like, All Might, do you really think that whatever you're doing is working? You even threw away your own damn successor. And we just say there's no cameras, no one's watching this yet. The helicopter's getting blown back by that attack, so they're not even coming close. They hell they the only thing they can see is a video feed, no audio whatsoever. No one can hear. Only the students and the heroes can hear. Like, we framed your precious Midoriya. It was quite easy with the information you gave due to the sports festival. Oh my, that was very good. And you wanna know how that works? We have a person who can duplicate people, make perfect replicas of them, as long as the I mean, appropriate measurements are given. And you gave us those measurements. So, Alma, you basically set yourself up. And I'm saying Izuku literally the 1A students come in and beat him, so he scars all his body. Even Stain is there just to be a watcher, because Izuku can't move anything. So Stain is just there watching him to help him eat and all that. So yeah, I'm gonna just say that's there. So Izuku gets a bond with Stain. Only people who don't come in and try to give him support is Momo and Kaminari. During continue fight, he doesn't do the raise your arm thing. Like, he just says, "The next, it's your turn. Next, next is all your turns," or something like that. It's all of your turn next, or next, it's all of your turn. I can't. What the fuck do I say there? Next, it's all of your turns, young heroes. And then, yeah, pretty much that. But due to this, Naruto, or not Naruto, Zuko is just there sitting in prison. He's debating. And this is the one day Stain is outside. I'm gonna just say, this has happened a few weeks, like a week, like 3 days after, when All Might's fully recovered. He goes to the prison and he begs for young Midori to give forgiveness and tries to give him back his quirk, and Midori refuses. He says he doesn't want anything to do with All Might again. He doesn't want to be hurt again. He doesn't want to be betrayed. And he doesn't ever want to see his face again. All Might's begging Izuku, but Izuku refuses. He doesn't even try to understand All Might here. He just sees he betrayed him. He doesn't see Aizawa this way. Hell no. He sees Aizawa as a person who just tried to help him. He is alright with Aizawa. He cares for Aizawa. He sees him as a good person. He sees him as an amazing person. He's always seen him this way. So, yeah. But due to this, Izuku, due to all the emotional distress, all of the depression he's feeling, due to all the death threats, he uses the bed sheets as a noose. He's been growing very thin to this point because the prison guards have been throwing his food on the ground. Is this legal? I'm pretty sure it's not. So if they're ever found out, or if anyone ever exposes them, cough, 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 Aizawa, they are going to be fired and even worse, punished with a prison sentence themselves. Oh, the prisoners are going to have fun there. But, yeah. Izuku hangs himself. He does die. I must say this now. He does die. But he gets awake in this weird world. It looks like an endless, almost emerald, light emerald like abyss. It's not like a dark emerald, no. It's pure white. The tile, or the walkway, I guess you can call it, looks pure white. Whiter than any snow you could have ever seen. The snow that would be on top of Mount Everest. That's how pure it is. That's how pure this snow is. And due to this snow, this this is it's he feeling like he shouldn't step on it, but this pathway is telling him to walk. His mind is telling him to walk forward. He does so, and he sees a person, a figure of an angel, or I guess you can say God. A god. A god who he looks like a god. He doesn't know yet. He's like, my boy, why have you done this? Why have you given up on your life? Like, it just wasn't worth it to go through it. Even if I make it out of here, people are gonna still look at me with distrust. They're still gonna believe I did it, even if I may be innocent. Due to this, he can understand this hard reality of truth that's coming from Izuku. His words speak truth, dark but yet truth. Dark, grimful meanings, but yet it's truth. Sorry for that cut out there. I kinda had to deal with a family matter, but I'm back. Let me continue on. The truth he spoke was undoubtedly true. The god could sense it, because he was one of the seven major gods, one of the seven lichens. And his time was over. He didn't want to continue fighting anymore. He didn't want to fight. He felt like his time wasn't needed any longer. He felt as if it wasn't wanted. He didn't need to fight. He didn't want to. He tried to find a successor, but he realized that sure he may find a successor, but will they be worthy? Will they be able to uphold peace with pure determination, with pure love, with pure charisma to those who he holds dear? Will he be able to hold a candle to that? Will he be able to protect anyone at all costs? But this boy, he found it. He wouldn't let us go. He's like, I will give you a second chance in life. Like, what's the point? I'm just gonna go back to how he was, but without a quirk. Who said you were gonna be going back with no powers? Izuku looks up. Like, what? I will not give you no quirk. Oh no. This quirk you speak of is insolent. It is weak. The only one I can consider as a mere nuisance in some sense is that one for all. And that power truly is something. It amplifies the user over time. It gives it on to the next person to carry the torch, to carry the power to beat another, to beat evil. That power sure is true. It is light, but the person who holds it now, it's being damaged by its own wielder. But I will give you something far more better than this one for all. I will give you my own power, my own self. I am the wolf god of light, ice, and truth. Those who see me will be freezed to the touch. Not even if their soul to be able to escape my icy touch, my freezing glare. But you've seen it, and you haven't froze. You stand with a face of bravery, and that is what I want. A person who will protect those at the cost of his own life, putting aside the people who he cares he doesn't care for, but putting aside the people who he cares for at the same time. He will protect all, even if he doesn't care and cares for them. That is you, Zuko Midoriya. I crown you as the next successor to the Lycans. Rank 5th, Emerald Lycan. Well, do you accept? Zuko is getting a lot of things running through his head, but he's like, I accept if it gives me the power to protect those who still trust me, those who still care about me. I accept your gift, Emerald. No, no, no. I am no one now. You are Emerald now, Zuko. Here, take this. I mean, well, not this, Mercy. Take her. Take care of her. And she will guide you. Now, please, as my successor, please take care of her. I thought of her as my own daughter. Now, please, make sure you take care of her right. As he disappears, and he sees a lady, a gorgeous lady, may I add. I'm gonna get a picture for you here. Hold up, I'm gonna put a timestamp, but I'm gonna leave it at an even time real quick. I'm just gonna say you're gonna be surprised. Okay, as you can probably tell from the girl that I've just put, well, not just put, but probably for a little while, that is how the person's gonna look like. But this isn't no ordinary angel, or I guess you can say, because he is a god. He is a god of angels, in sense. He's an angel god. But in sense, this is how the companion he gave Izuku is gonna look like. Though she's not gonna be with him exactly, she's gonna be wandering out and gonna wait for him. Zuko's definitely. She told him, or he told her to that she's gonna wait at his house for him, which is most likely abandoned due to what happened. And due to that, he is waiting for her, or she's waiting for him at his house. But this is how she looks like. Instead of the gold hair, get rid of the gold hair. I just put plain white with purple eyes. The wings as themselves, the tips of the feathers are gonna be light purple, and her halo is gonna be white in the inside, and the outside of the perimeter is gonna be purple. Like, it's gonna be fading into purple at the outside of the halo. Like the inside of a donut, the halo, which you always see, is gonna be white, but like near the tips of the edge, is gonna fade into purple, light purple. So that's how she looks like. That's not gonna be her original clothing. She's gonna be looking like a secretary, if you get what that means. If you know what a secretary looks like, good job. You're probably a pervert who likes the secretary look. But I'm not here to shame you. Sometimes that look is nice. Sometimes. But, anyways, continuing on. Izuku, they find him, they pull him out, it's been an hour, a few hours, and he wakes up. They're amazed that he's still alive, because they think he's been hanging for at least 3 minutes. Like, overnight, well, not 3 minutes, overnight he's been hanging there. And to the horror, they came in to find out he was still actually alive. They don't know what happened, but suddenly he sprouts 64 foxtails. No, not 64, 96 foxtails. Instead of a star usually having the 64, he just keeps it out to be like, I can. So if he needs to pull out his trump card, he can pop in the more tails. Okay? Okay. Emerald has 96 foxtails. But he's not even showing the 96 yet. He's only showing about 32. Because he only needs 32, to be honest. A fucking 9-tailed Ninetales probably could easily beat the shit of. Well, not actually. All Might could probably win against the Ninetales due to his absurd strength. We saw Naruto fucking carry a rhino, and I don't think Naruto at 100% Naruto with Sage mode could, or I think All Might could probably lift that too. I think All Might is stronger physically, so he could probably win. But I'm not sure because during the Momoshiki fight, we in the movie fight, we did see Naruto and Sasuke fucking decimate that with just kicks. It was never said, I think, if they used chakra enhanced kicks, but I'm pretty sure they did. But still, damn, that's a lot of damage. And he's gonna be putting out 32 tails. Tundra herself is gonna have 16, but her max is 32. His, as you can probably see, Izuku's or Emerald now. His max tails is 96. Wow. But due to this, he is there. He's sitting there. He's getting talked to it. All the information has been told. And they finally noticed the fact that he doesn't have the scar on his left arm. That left arm scar isn't there anymore. Wait, was it right arm? No, it was right arm, my bad. There was a scar on his right arm. That painfully red scar that we always see without when he doesn't wear that little bracer that covers it up is there. They don't see it there during the video. And they are feeling so stupid for not noticing that. And it was leaked. Everyone managed to record the recording of that. People managed to get in, but they didn't manage to hear the because All For One kind of whispered that part about the successor and all that, but he made info about all the other shit. He told that out loud, not the successor part though. That part, no. I don't. If you're gonna ask me why, he wants drama. He wants fun. He wants Shigaraki to have some fun. If you know what I'm catching on with the manga. Anyways, continuing on, this is more or less. They know this. Izuku has been cleared innocent, definitely. They know he's innocent, but they. Well, that's kind of sad, but people still don't want to believe it. But they have no reason not to believe it. And it's been said due to all the trauma that Izuku has been undergoing, he unlocked a new quirk, in a sense. So they can't really classify it. They even tried to get someone to classify the quirk. It wouldn't even classify as a quirk. So they're confused as all hell. Everyone's confused about this quirk. But Zuko knows what it is and he ain't budging on telling them what it is. He's not gonna tell Aizawa because Aizawa might tell other people. He trusts Aizawa, but he's not. He doesn't trust him with this secret. He only trusts Tundra right now. If you want to know, this is the canon AU for Emerald to where he becomes Emerald. He takes over. Izuku takes over Emerald's job for him. So this is the new Emerald. Izuku is the new Emerald. But yes. So as Zuko goes, he was asked to be taken to the dorms. He says no, he'd rather go to his house. And like, if you're asking my mom, I understand. I already know. I was already told. And he just goes into the apartment because they already are at the house. They're really close by, so he just walks over with his hood on. And he just goes. He goes into his house and he sees Tundra there. He gets a soft smile at Tundra, because that is the name of the angel. He named her Tundra, because most lower class angels don't have a name. And she is a lower class in a sense. But he named her Tundra because of her hair. Her white hair that resembled the snow. That's the best you can think of. Tundra is the icy plains that her wings, and her feathered wings and snowy white hair resembled. I know, like, I'm getting all philosophical in this shit. It feels weird to me too, trust me. But I'm trying to give you a better story. I'm also very sorry for not posting that the whole week. It was family problems I don't want to get into. I'm gonna make Abandoned next, and probably next 2 days, because I'm on summer break. But I gotta do some homework, and I'm lazy too. Trust me, I hate the fact that I'm being lazy. I probably should get into the military to get this laziness out of me, and after that, I can probably organize stuff and actually make myself do stuff. And that's in a couple years, a lot of years, to be honest. But, eh. But yes, continue on. He's sitting there. He's having fun with Tundra. Over the time of the Mindscape, because it took him a little while to heal, because his power's not used to him yet. He probably spent about almost 2 years with just Tundra, and so he has a close bond with Tundra. And Bakugo, did they say Bakugo? Bakugo Todoroki. Yeah, Bakugo Todoroki and Uraraka. They knew Deku was innocent, but Uraraka wanted to see Deku again so he can give her a hug. And Deku knows she's innocent. She didn't do anything, neither did Bakugo. Bakugo wants to be Izuku's friend again, like a true friend this time. Izuku is debating on this because what Bakugo did when he was younger. This kind of Izuku does not like Bakugo very much. He'll work with him if he has to. He tries to be nice. But Bakugo was slowly losing Izuku over time, as you could probably guess. Over time, Izuku was giving up and trying to be Bakugo Katsuki because he stopped calling him Kanchan. That kind of hurt Bakugo, but he didn't show it. But to the Akatsuki, to Katsuki Bakugo, or he just calls him Bakugo, because he doesn't even go with his first name anymore, which kind of hurts Bakugo, but he doesn't want to admit it. But now he does, because that kind of did some mental work on Bakugo. So Todoroki's a little bit more open with Midoriya now. And he's actually a lot more. They're like best friends. Uraraka understands Deku. Like, he doesn't want to have anything with Class 1A. They understand that. But Principal Nozo comes to his house and convinces Izuku to join UA again. Nijiri, Mirio, and Tamaki were there. Nijiri and, let's say, their friends kind of knew Izuku was innocent due to his personality. They'd met him before. So, I must just say, Tundra and him got like a sister-like bond. Sister-brother type bond. They're not brother and sister, but they have that type of bond. Izuku's like, let's say is this way to put this. Izuku's like a big brother to Tundra. He takes after, he cooks for her, he basically makes sure she's safe. At the cost of his own protection, of course. He'd rather have himself hurt than her. And she is kind of mad about that part, but she likes it because no one's been this caring over her, even other angels. And when Nezu came in with Aizawa and All Might, Shizuku's not happy to see All Might, but he doesn't show it. He just keeps it cold, kind of cold face, but kind of warm at the same time, which is weird to them. And Tundra, which is never seen before, but she likes it all the same. And they see her for the first time, like, wait, Izuku, who's this? Like, this is my little sister Tundra. My little sister. You never said you had siblings. Like, yeah, she kind of. I kind of adopted her. Oh, wait, how did you even. So I can live on my own if you thank me very much. I kind of adopted her because I found it'd be better to have a person to keep company with, which is a total lie. But they buy it. Nezu, the smart. What the fuck do you even call him? A mouse? I think he is a mouse, but he looks like a goddamn bear. You look like a goddamn bear, weasel, ferret. What the fuck you call a bear in tuxedo? Mr. Smokey the Bear, mini Smokey the Bear that hates humans. No, 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 no. I got it. Smokey child-friendly bear. Smokey the child bear. Ah, you wouldn't get this unless you're America. If you know the Smokey guy, you know Smokey the bear. Yeah, you know where it is when it comes to the outdoors. Smokey the bear. But yeah. Anyways, due to this, Minezu buys it. She asks if she can go into UA. Actually, if I must just say, Mineta was expelled because he was peeping out the girls again, so he got expelled. They make a test for Tundra. She basically aced the test. And since Izuku has a new quirk, they need to check the quirk. He breaks their records and he gets 500 easily. And they're with just strength alone, and he hasn't done any abilities. Which they're what the fuck is up? What the fuck is up with this kid? They're like that. Tundra gets around 400, which easily destroys All Might Endeavor's record, because I believe in canon it was said it was around 200. I think. So, 200 something, I think. Because Bakugo got 120, I believe, by just, villain points? Villain points, yeah. By just taking down villains. But anyways, yeah. That was pretty much it. They do the test, and they're going into 1A. And Zuko wears the uniform, yes. He's wearing it, but his hero costume, he changed it a lot. Tundra's is more of an angelic dress, I guess you can say. It's a modified version of the Lycan dress. But for, I guess you can say, a female. You know the Power Ranger jumpsuits? Kind of like that miniskirt the girls always have, but it's a little longer. But there's not jeans, but I guess you can say slacks. Kind of slacks that conform to her figure well. Ashton Clayley, I believe. Oh, hold on a second. Let me get this real quick. Okay, the new subscriber Ashton Cleary. Thank you for subscribing. But onto the dress. It's more or less Emerald has the same thing as Star with the chest piece and everything else, but instead of the shoulder pads, it's two bulky shoulder pads. If you know what Halo is, and you've seen the ODST shoulder pads, the normal ODST shoulder pads from the game, like Halo Reach, those. Because those, okay, if anyone who plays Halo, we can't deny the ODSTs look sick. They look sick as hell for not being a super soldier. As a normal human, base human may I add, they are fucking dope as hell. They are fucking one of the most accomplished motherfuckers in any game lore. But the Spartans came in, yeah, but they're still pretty damn overpowered. They're still pretty damn good. But yeah, two giant shoulder pieces. He has an what's the easiest way to put it? He has a sword that has a handle, but the handle can be cut. The blade itself isn't even glued or stuck together by metal. It's not one piece, it's multiple. One tip it's like a one-sided sword. One blade has the edge and one is blunt. But instead of being all together, pieces can split from it. So there's four pieces, one at the base, which connects it, one the first bottom piece, second piece, third piece, and the top edged piece, which has the blade at the top so it can pierce. Through that, he can separate it, make it extend, and hit it to the ground. Even if the blade is not there, there's still a blunt force which can cut through you. He can add a light element and ice to make it sharp to cut through people. And he can do that to the blade itself to make it more sharper. So due to this, he's very effective when it comes to range. He can very easily take on opponents, which is normally not, which most people aren't able to do. So, yeah. Mm, yeah. Due to this, he's very dangerous. He summons it out of nowhere, so they think that's a part of his quirk. And he used it a bit. He didn't even put the blades on. He put the blades on around his forearm as kind of as a guard. But he really actually no three pieces. No. I'm gonna say yeah, four pieces. Yeah, it's four pieces still. He basically scared them around, and he was using the bladed part of the handle. It has like little holes where you can put your hand in, and it has blades that go up as a forearm guard, which allows you to hit the people with it with the blade itself. But you don't need to connect the parts to it. It already has that. So he's using it to destroy the robots, cutting through them with his fist. And they were surprised as hell. And due to this test, they realized Medora is probably stronger than All Might than he was in UA, ever was in UA. And due to this, they can already see he was holding back a lot. So they think he might be stronger than All Might now, but they're not sure. They see him with foxtails, which they give him a proper uniform for that, and he sees him with angel wings, so they give him appropriate thing for that. He doesn't have just one, like Tundra over here. He has 7. And he's helping Tundra get her 2 extra pairs of wings. It works like this: 1 wing, 2 wings, 3 wings, 5 wings, 7 wings, and then 9 wings. It goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9. I know it's weird, but I kind of like the fact we're 2 wings, then there's a third one in the middle, then it just goes on from there. It skips one. Because I kind of like symmetry, okay? I like symmetry. I don't want just 4 wings, because I want something to be in the middle, like a middle ground, okay? Okay, middle ground. The wings have no real detail except the tint on the bottom of them with a light emerald. His hair is pure white now, but the tips are faded into light emerald actually. They're a glowing light emerald. They're not dark. No, they're pure. They look like white has enveloped his hair to that part. They're still green, yes, but it's light. It looks like it's shining in a sense. So do his eyes. His eyes have a white slit in them due to his wolf characteristics now. So yes, he goes into 1A. The class can't even recognize him. I don't announce he has 2 new students. He announces Izuku Midoriya and Tundra Midoriya. Ibako is like, wait, what? You never had a sister? Like, adopted. Oh, okay. That explains a lot. They're all trying to get on his good side, but he doesn't even pay any mind to them. He just goes to the back of the seat with Tundra, and they just do their work. At lunch, Mirio, Tamaki, and Nedrick go talk to him. Achako doesn't care for Zuko anymore. I'm gonna just say that. But she believed he was still a villain that was helping them because they were held in separate rooms. And then they showed her the people showed her the video after the class, and she's trying to make up with Izuku, but he doesn't even accept it. He just is thrown off. He just goes with Nejire Mirio and Tamaki, and he sits down and starts talking to him. And I think Tayuya, which is Nejire's best friend, I believe, or the big three are best friend. Well, she's a really close friend, I'm pretty sure. Or I can't. I don't remember her name, but we all know how Nejire looks. Basically, blue-haired. Instead of not having emotions like Conan, she's overly emotional. She's like a Ying version of Conan. She's the Ying version of Conan, basically, if you want to say it like that. Instead of emo, kind of depressing Conan, she's like light version Conan with longer hair. That's basically her. Okay? I'm glad we all get that part down. But still. Well, anyways, they're talking. They're just having a good time. And later in class, they say they're gonna have was it a core preparation test? Well, not that. They said they're gonna have a skirmish battle, like a mock battle, commanding battle against 1B. So there's like generals and all that. So Midoriya, the class who's elected to be the leader is Ida. Actually, no, it's not even Ida. I'm gonna say it was Todoroki. Todoroki respect him. People respect Todoroki in the class. Sure, he might not talk a lot, and sure, he not let his emotions control him, but he's a good guy and everyone understands that. And he does not let his emotions get in the way of actual things. So people decide to pick him because he's probably the best one for Midori to work with and take orders from. Because they probably still think some people won't take orders from Midoriya in their class. Which is actually none of them, but they just need to make sure. But yeah, Midori is chosen as a front line person. So and Midori says he can help them all on himself. Him and Tundra can easily take them all. I myself can take them out. Tundra can easily take them out too. We can basically stand front on the wall and just. Do you want to stall them? Do you want to make them? Do you want to make us humiliate them? Like stall them in place for a little? They're like, sure, why not? Eh, as long as it's fun. As long as it's fun right now. I kind of want to see the face when they lose. Like, exactly what I'm going for. Like, in Todoroki's already liking Tundra. You can already know where this is going. Momo didn't betray Zuko. Neither did Ida. I'ma say Momo, Ida, Tundra, Todoroki. Alright? Tundra is gonna be helping Todoroki. Momo is gonna go with Ida. Momo's gonna get rid of that rule personality and the chop. I don't know why, but I don't like that. I don't like that. Okay? I don't like that. I don't like that. And attempted murder. Pretty much. Attempted murder. But anyways, do this. He's still doing pretty well. He's holding them off. Tundra's also having some fun there. She's just whacking them with her tails. They're both whacking them with tails. They're not even using any abilities with their energy. Technically, it's not chakra. What would you call it? It would be a sense of mana, but not. I'm gonna call it divinity. I'm gonna call it infinity. Their infinity, which stands for kind of like chakra, their reserve. Their infinity is their reserve, and their infinity. Their divinity is their powers. Their infinity is their power. Their power pool, I guess you can say. The reserves. Okay, that's how it works. The reserves. That's how it's gonna work. All right. All right. Infinity and divinity. That's how it's gonna work. They even use their infinities or divinities yet. They haven't used a single divinity, which is a power. I'm gonna just go ahead and call them spells. No, that's too mainstream. I'm gonna call them. I'm actually gonna go call them with domain. No, 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 no. What should I call it? I'm gonna call it infinities. Yeah, their energy is infinity, and they haven't even used any attack with energy. They just call it energy, and they call any attack infinity. They've named some of the attacks though. If it's just like a pure blast, they don't name it whatsoever. It has no name. That's how it works. No name whatsoever for the blasts. That's not how it's gonna work. And they were making fun of them. Eventually, Zuko gets bored and just blitzes through them. He basically breaks the front line of Classes 1B's fortress, and he just tears through them and gets, without destroying any buildings, without destroying any was it decoy pedestrians, and or fake pedestrians, and he gets to their objective and captures it, and even he basically encloses it to a small space and incinerates it, which they're confused as hell about. But they're like, I basically put it in a confined space where not even a tactical nuke can escape. Not even was it? What do you call it? I'm pretty sure there's a nuke that was detonated on an island that was still felt by the islands around it with shattered windows. I'm pretty sure that's what it. The nuke. I can't remember the name of it, but it was like 50 million megatons of TNT. That was the power level of it. So I'm not sure, but it was around 50 million megatons. If anything contained, it can easily take 50 million megatons of power. So yeah, a bomb ain't gonna do anything to this shield. And they're like, well, damn, damn. So then it ends closing. Nijiri, Tamaki, and Mirio invited them to go out. They only invited Ida, Momo, Todoroki, Bakugo actually too, and Tundra and Izuku. They invited them to go hang out with their friends. With their friends believe them. So they're like a big old group. They like stick it to each other. They're not gonna let anyone attack them. That's how it's gonna work. So they make it a bond here. I'm gonna just remind you all, have a good day. I'm gonna end this here. I might start off with a part that's for me to go off of them having fun at like arcades and all that. But yeah, but that's gonna be like maybe 10 minutes. So if you want to get, I'll announce it when it comes to it. I'll announce it when it comes to it. But yeah, this is gonna be peace out because Anime King just uploaded a new video and I want to check that out. That was like 30 minutes ago, so I kept this on for you guys. So yeah, I kept doing this on for you guys. So I want to point this out. I will be doing What If Naruto was Abandoned. I will come back to Guardian. I will probably do a redo of part 4 just because of how shitty I did it. God, I hate myself for doing that part. I hate myself for doing that part. I should have just stopped playing and actually did the time to fucking do it properly. But that is in the past. I remember the mistake and I'm not doing it again. But actually, let me know down in the comments below if you want me to do an actual fanfic series and just read a chapter off every 3 days. Because if chapter every 3 days and if it's like a 60 chapter or fanfic, my bad, 60 chapter every 3 days. So 3 times 10. That would be 10 chapters a month? Yeah, 10 chapters a month. So 10 chapters a month, and the thing has Uh, the thing has around, I would say, 60 chapters, so that'd be 6 months of content. But 3 chapters a week. I'm gonna go with 3 chapters a week, alright? 3 chapters a week. One on Monday, Tuesday, no, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. One of those 3 days. I'll be lenient on those because I kind of want my rest. Because I don't get many breaks at all. I don't have long breaks. Only my summer's the exception. I get a pretty long break for summer, but that's about it. Like all summer should be. But anyways, this is gonna be bye, guys. Have a good day. I'm gonna go watch the fanfic now from What If and making. Cause I always assume those are fanfics, cause there's no way he's pumping out that much detail in a story for 30 goddamn minutes each time without having a fanfic reading off of it. I doubted that shit so hard, but at least he came honest with that. I'm actually happy for that. So I can just go into the fanfic and read it myself if I feel bored at the time and I have nothing better to do. So, yeah. Have a good day, y'all. Remember, don't actually do suicide. The people that still love you still care for you. But some people only realize they care for you when you're gone. So still don't do it. Hell, if anyone is abusing you, which, hell, I've known people that's happened to it. If people are abusing you, report it, please. It's better if you report it than you risking your life. Sure, you might even get them a longer sentence, but it's not worth it for you in the end run. Alright? Suicide isn't worth it. There's still people that can care about you. Still people who love you. Remember that. Anyways, I know that got a little bit emotional, but peace, y'all gamers. Have a good day.